Got a lot of good games going on.
It's a lot. It's going to be hard to get them on stream. It's not a lot.
It's not a tough out. Got a lot of good games going on.
It's a lot. It's going to be hard to get them on stream. It's not a lot.
It's not a tough out. Excuse me, not an easy out.
Oh, fuck, what are you shooting with? Oh.
Good games going on. It's a lot. It's going to be hard to get them on. It's not a tough out today. Excuse me, not an easy out.
Continuing our coverage of what police say is a mass shooting outside, right out in Jacksonville, Florida. That shooting occurred earlier this afternoon during the Madden 19 game tournament, which is held on the Jacksonville riverfront in a Chicago pizza store. It's a tournament for young gamers. You have to be at least 16 years old to participate, and then you get to go on to games in Las Vegas. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says that one suspect is dead on the scene, and they've been telling people to stay away from the area. The Sheriff's Office tweeting that the area is not safe, asking people to stay away. The number of casualties is unclear. Apparently, they're looking to see if there was a second suspect at this moment, but police are not sure of that.
Yeah, and according to local reports there, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office reporting multiple fatalities in the shooting at the Riverfront Mall. Brian Yanis has been tracking tweets from the Sheriff's Office, with the latest now joining us from our New York City newsroom. Brian, what can you tell us?
Hi, Arthel and Eric. Well, this is what we know so far. This was at the Good Luck and Have Fun bar in Jacksonville Landing. This is a shopping center and an event space that's right there on the St. Johns River in Jacksonville. It's been around since 1987. This bar is a gamer's dream, really. It's where people come and they can play PlayStation and Xbox and anything that you like. And what we had here was a tournament, a Madden tournament, and you can hear the video there of gunfire. We're gonna play this video for you, but I just want to explain what you're about to see. This was a Madden tournament in which you had up to 256 people come here, and what they were doing is they were playing that Madden football game on the Xbox One. The top two qualifiers would end up going with an all-expenses-paid trip to the championship that will be in Las Vegas in October. This all happened at about 1:30 when we first started to see reports of this shooting, and this was all really broadcasted on Twitch, which is a feed that you can see right there, and you can hear the gunshots in the background. I'll let it play out for a little bit.
Oh, what are you shooting with?
This Twitch video is where gamers from all over the country can watch gamers play, and so people were live broadcasting this game at this tournament in Jacksonville when the shots horrifically began to ring out. What we now know is that the police are searching for a potential second suspect. They don't know whether or not there is another shooter, but they are methodically going from each business to each business because people have hid in place. In fact, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says that they're telling people to please call 911 if you are sheltering in place, and let them know so that they can come get you. The last thing they want is for people to run out in this type of situation. They also tweeted, quote, "We are finding many people hiding in locked areas at the landing. We ask you to stay calm, stay where you are hiding. SWAT is doing a methodical search inside the landing. We will get to you. Please don't come running out." There also were some tweets from within from inside this Good Luck and Have Fun gaming bar there at Jacksonville Landing. This is coming from Drini Jochka. He is a verified user on Twitter, and he says he was playing at this, and he says, quote, "I will never take anything for granted ever again. Life can be cut short in a second." And in a second tweet, he also spoke about, he said this, "I am literally so lucky the bullet hit my thumb." Again, this is a known gamer who says he was inside of this bar at the time of the shooting. The ATF is on the scene. Multiple fatalities have been reported by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. One suspect is dead. And again, right now, this is a fluid situation as they are now going methodically door to door to make sure those that have been hiding in place, understandably, after hearing what we can hear on that video, some 14 gunshots at least hearing that were rung out inside of that bar. Really horrific situation this afternoon, guys.
It certainly is, Brian Yennis, and the sheriff's office there in Jacksonville also saying on Twitter, "We cannot stress enough to stay away, many blocks away." Bringing in now Ted Williams. He's a former D.C. homicide detective, and Ted, unfortunately, you know all too well the scenario at play right now. Tell us what's happening.
Well, absolutely. You and I and Eric have covered several of these events, and they're always sad. What is going on right now is that law enforcement is attempting to take complete control of that area, and so quite naturally, we know from all indications that one suspect is down. So they are now trying to determine if there are other suspects involved in this mass shooting, and they also having to go door to door, and you've got a lot of individuals who are sheltered in place, so there's a great deal of panic there that's going on at this immediate time on that scene.
Yeah, and we have, again, Brian Yennis had told us a little bit about the tweets that are coming, live tweets there. How does that change your job? Nowadays, you have eyewitnesses on scene giving their own accounting on social media as to what's happening there.
Well, there's a great deal of confusion because you have individuals who are sheltered in place, and they have their iPhones, and so they're sending out information to the authorities, and so the authorities are having to filter in time this information to try to make a determination of what is valid and to filter their way through a very confused scene there.
A very confusing scene for sure. And Eric, I know you had something to add to that.
Well, we don't know the identity of the suspect yet. We know of no motive at the moment, but reports say the mother of one of the young men who was in her son was in the room, said that a man just took a gun out and started shooting. So Ted Williams, obviously targeting these people. Why? We don't have a motive. We don't know if it was connected to this shooting at the high school game on Friday night that took the life of a 19-year-old and shot a 17 and 16-year-old that the mayor blamed on gang violence. So what does it tell you because of the venue, if anything, that the shooter targeted?
Well, what we have here clearly is what is definitively a soft target. That is a pretty good majority of individuals in one centralized location, and those individuals are clearly vulnerable to any kind of a shooter. One of the things, Eric, that I'm deeply have a question mark for right now is who put the shooter down, this suspected shooter? Was it law enforcement that put this person down, or was it someone that was on the scene there at this mass shooting, or did the shooter take himself out? All of those are questions that need to be answered.
Excellent questions, Ted Williams. We have to take a break. We'll talk to you on the other side.